Most Australians have no idea what's actually happening inside their super. And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean it literally. The average Australian spends more time choosing a Netflix subscription than reviewing the account that will determine how comfortable their retirement actually is. In this video, I'm going to show you 4 mistakes that are quietly destroying Australian retirements right now. And before you click off thinking this doesn't apply to you, the third one affects almost everyone, earning over $45,000 a year. That's most Australians. That's probably you. Mistake 1, accessing your super early because you think you need it. During COVID, the Australian government gave people access to $20,000 from their super early. It was presented as a lifeline. Millions of Australians took it. What nobody told them, what the government never clearly explained, is what that $20,000 actually cost them. A 30-year-old who withdrew 20 grand from their super in 2020 didn't just lose $20,000 from their retirement. At an average annual return of 8%, compounded over 35 years, they removed approximately $200,000 from their retirement balance. $200,000 for $20,000 today. That is a 10-to-1 trade, and they made it in 15 minutes on a government website. Now, why, if you were in genuine financial crisis, I understand. Sometimes you have no choice. But if you're ever tempted to access your super early for anything other than a true emergency, understand the real number you're trading away. It is almost never worth it. There are almost always better options. Mistake 2. Assuming your default super fund is fine. When you start a new job in Australia, your employer picks a default super fund, unless you actively choose your own. That default fund is rarely the best option for you. It is the easiest option for your employer. There is a difference. Super fund fees alone, just the fees, can make a $100,000 difference over a working life. A fund charging 1.5% in annual fees versus a fund charging 0.5% on a $200,000 balance costs you $2,000 every single year. That's money leaving your retirement and going to the fund, not to you. Industry super funds, funds like Australian Super, Host Plus, and Rest, have consistently outperformed retail super funds over 10-year periods. They're run for members, not shareholders. If you've never actively chosen your super fund, go to the ATO Super Comparison Tool today. Search ATO Super Comparison in Google. It takes 5 minutes, and it could genuinely be the most valuable 5 minutes of your financial life. Mistake 3, not using salary sacrifice. This is the one that costs most working Australians thousands of dollars every year in completely avoidable tax. Here's how it works. Your employer puts 11.5% of your salary into super automatically. That's the superannuation guarantee. But you can also choose to put extra money in yourself directly from your pre-tax salary before the tax office touches it. This is called salary sacrifice. And here's why it matters. Money going into super via salary sacrifice is taxed at 15%. Money that hits your bank account first is taxed at your marginal rate, which, depending on your income, is either 32.5% or 37%. On a $10,000 voluntary contribution, that difference is worth between $1,700 and $2,200 in tax saved every year. And that money is still going to you. It's still in your name. It's still in your retirement account. It just got there in a way. That cost you significantly less tax. Talk to your payroll team. Tell them you want to set up salary sacrifice contributions. This is a completely standard request, Most companies process it within a pay cycle. If you're earning over 45,000 a year and you're not doing this, you are leaving money on the table every single fortnight. Mistake 4. Ignoring the insurance sitting inside your super. Most Australians have no idea that their super fund is quietly charging them for insurance every month. Life insurance, total and permanent disability cover, sometimes income protection, all being deducted from your super balance automatically. For some people, particularly those with families and a mortgage, this is genuinely valuable cover they didn't even know they had. For others, especially younger Australians who are single, healthy, and have no dependents, these premiums are silently eroding your balance for cover you realistically don't need yet. Neither situation is fine without knowing which one you're in. Log into your super account, go to the insurance section, check what you're paying, check what you're covered for. If you have a family and a mortgage, make sure the cover is actually adequate. If you're young and single, consider whether you need it at all right now. You can reduce or remove cover and redirect those premiums back into your investment balance. Either way, know what you're paying for. Here's the thing about super that nobody really talks about. It is the most powerful wealth building tool most Australians will ever have access to. Tax advantage contributions, compounding returns over decades, employer contributions you didn't have to earn. And most people treat it like a spam email. They see it, they ignore it, and they move on. The Australians who retire comfortably are not necessarily the ones who earn the most. They're the ones who paid attention, who checked their fund, who switched their investment option, who set up salary sacrifice 10 years before they needed to. Small decisions, made early, that compounded into something significant. You don't need to become a financial expert. You just need to spend 30 minutes understanding the account. That is quietly building your future right now.